Hi, I'm Zach Connor with Logan Graham and Connor Accountants. Been on the phone quite a bit the last few days with clients helping navigate some of this Payroll Protection Program and the many other stimulus options that was passed on CARES Act. Got some additional information today that I want to pass along. If you look at our last video that I did, it was on the Payroll Protection Program. We went over the who, what, and where. Today I'm going to get into some of the more specifics of what was released by the American Institute of CPAs. Again, this is for small business and it's a loan that may be forgiven if you utilize it for payroll, rent, utilities, and mortgage interest. Just the interest part, not the principal. Okay. Again, if you have more questions, feel free to, you need to look at our website on the top, on the yellow. We're inputting and putting all that data there of the blog and also information that you may need. Okay. What I got today is the application was released by the Small Business Administration. It is a fairly straightforward application. What I looked through, it's actually only 2 pages, if you can believe that. But you're going to have to do some certifications like, hey, I need the loan for payroll. The funds will be used to retain workers. You have to document all your full-time equivalents. And then during the period of February of 2015, 2020, and ending on the end of this year, the applicant has not and will not receive another loan under this program. So more to follow on that. So when can I apply? That may be your question. Starting April 3rd, so this Friday, small business and sole proprietors can apply for and receive loans to cover their payroll and other certain expenses. Starting April 10th, independent contractors and self-employed individuals can apply for and receive loans to cover their payroll and other certain expenses. Okay, where do you apply? Again, like I said before, it's going to be at your local bank or credit union. A majority of these banks and credit unions I foresee are going to have to help us out through this. Who can apply? It's businesses with 500 or fewer employees, but there are some stipulations that businesses with more than that can apply. I won't go through it here. When do you need, or what do I need to apply? You're going to have to get some information to figure your payroll for last year. For most of you, it's going to be your average payroll for a month for last year. So I would take your total payroll and divide it by 12, and that's going to be your average monthly payroll. Then you're going to multiply that by 2.5, and that will be your loan amount. Those figures are going to go straight on this application. Okay. How long will this program last? The program is going to be open until June 30th, 2020. But guys, there's going to be a funding cap on this, meaning I'd get in there as soon as you can to get these funds. What can I use the loans for? Payroll cost, interest on mortgage obligations incurred before February 15th, 2020. Rent under lease agreements enforced before February 15th, 2020. So if those of us that have self-rentals, and you guys know who you are, make sure there's a lease agreement on file. Utilities for which service started before February 15th, 2020. What counts as payroll? Salaries, wages, commissions. Keep in mind, it's going to be capped at $100,000 annualized basis. So you cannot pay employees over $100,000 in this loan over an annualized basis. It includes employee benefits, vacation, family, medical, sick leave, payments required for group health care, stuff like that. How large can your loan be? It's a $10 million cap, so the clients that I deal with on a day-to-day, month-to-month, quarter-to-quarter basis aren't going to get that much in their loan. Here's this kicker: how much of my loan will be forgiven? You will owe money when your loan is due if you use the loan amount for anything other than payroll costs, mortgage interest, rent, utilities, payments over the 8 weeks after getting a loan. What they're saying is Due to the high subscription of people wanting this loan, it's anticipated that not more than 25% of the forgiven amount may be used for non-payroll costs. So in this case, if you get a loan for $10,000, you cannot use 25% of it for more than 25% for rent, utilities, and those other things rather than payroll. What's next? Stipulation time. Rehiring. You have until June 30th, 2020 to restore your full-time employment and salary levels for any changes made between February 15th, 2020 and April 26th, 2020. How can I request a loan forgiveness? Paperwork on this stuff, guys. You're going to have to submit the paperwork that's going to prove that you utilize this loan for payroll. I utilize it for utilities. I utilize it for rent. And you're going to submit that stuff back to the bank. Okay? You're going to have to certify that these documents are true and that you use the forgiveness amount to keep employees and make their eligible mortgage interest and rent and utility payments. The lender will make the decision on the forgiveness within 60 days. Okay? What's your interest rate? Right now it's at a 0.5 fixed percent. And when is the loan due? And right now we're saying 2 years based on this document. I kind of went over my time allotment. There's a lot of information to go over. I'm going to put all this stuff on our Facebook page, links to it, and also on our website. Again, under that yellow link, click on federal stimulus information, and it's going to be on the bottom in that grouping of blog posts. There's going to be 3 attachments. One's going to be for the borrowers, one's going to be the application form, and one's going to be the lenders. So if you have a banking relationship with someone, get your name in the ring. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.